Hello everybody. The intricate web of espionage and family secrets continues to unfold on ABC's General Hospital, with Police Commissioner Anna Devane at the center of a complex investigation that could reshape the dynamics of Port Charles. Recent developments have placed the spotlight on Vaughn, a mysterious WSB agent whose true identity and motivations remain shrouded in secrecy. Anna Devane, portrayed by veteran actress Finola Hughes, has long been one of Port Charles' most formidable investigators. Her extensive background with both the DVX and WSB has equipped her with the skills necessary to uncover even the most carefully guarded secrets. Currently, Anna's investigative instincts are being triggered by her observations of Vaughn, the enigmatic maintenance worker at Port Charles University who has been operating under deep cover. The WSB connection emerges. Recent episodes have shown Anna becoming increasingly suspicious of Vaughn's presence in Port Charles. Her decision to conduct a background check on the mysterious figure reflects her seasoned approach to uncovering potential threats. The investigation has revealed connections to the World Security Bureau, an organization with which Anna has extensive history. The WSB, or World Security Bureau, has been a significant element in General Hospital's storyline for decades. As a former WSB agent herself, Anna understands the organization's methods and the lengths to which agents will go to maintain their cover. Her suspicions about Vaughn appear to stem from inconsistencies in his behavior and presence that only someone with her background would notice. Family connections and hidden truths. One of the most intriguing aspects of the current storyline involves speculation about Vaughn's potential family connections within Port Charles. The soap opera has a long-standing tradition of revealing hidden family ties among its characters, and Vaughn's mysterious background has led to numerous theories about his true parentage. Fan speculation has centered around the possibility that Vaughn could be the lost son of Jason Morgan, one of Port Charles' most prominent figures. This theory has gained traction due to several factors: Vaughn's age, his apparent skills and training, and his mysterious motivations for joining the WSB. The storyline has been building tension around Vaughn's reluctance to discuss his past, particularly his reasons for becoming a WSB agent. The Jocelyn Jacks connection. Central to the current storyline is Vaughn's role as handler for Jocelyn Jacks, who has recently been recruited into the WSB under the supervision of Jack Brennan. This professional relationship has evolved into something more personal, with romantic undertones developing between the two characters. Jocelyn's recruitment into the WSB followed the tragic death of her boyfriend Dex Heller, which motivated her to seek justice and eventually led to her involvement with the organization. Her partnership with Vaughn has been both professional and personal, as they work together to investigate Professor Henry Dalton and his potentially dangerous research. Anna's investigative approach. Anna's investigation into Vaughn represents a fascinating intersection of her professional duties as police commissioner and her personal protective instincts, particularly regarding her granddaughter Emma Scorpio Drake. Emma's involvement with both Vaughn and the ongoing investigation has heightened Anna's concerns about potential dangers. The veteran investigator's approach to uncovering Vaughn's true identity reflects her decades of experience in intelligence work. Her background check request and subsequent actions demonstrate the methodical approach that has made her one of Port Charles' most effective law enforcement officials. The broader implications. The revelation of Vaughn's WSB connections has broader implications for the ongoing storylines in Port Charles. The organization's presence in the city, combined with various ongoing investigations and personal vendettas, creates a complex web of relationships and conflicts. Jack Brennan's role as WSB chief adds another layer of complexity to the situation. His decision to assign Vaughn as Jocelyn's handler, combined with his own mysterious agenda, suggests that there are larger forces at play in Port Charles. Character development and relationships. The current storyline has provided opportunities for significant character development, particularly for Anna Devane. Her investigation into Vaughn showcases her continued relevance as a central figure in Port Charles' ongoing dramas. The storyline allows Hughes to demonstrate Anna's investigative skills while exploring her protective instincts regarding her family. For Vaughn, the gradual revelation of his true identity and motivations provides depth to what could otherwise be a straightforward undercover agent character. His relationship with Jocelyn adds emotional complexity to his professional duties. The role of family legacy. General Hospital has always emphasized the importance of family legacy, and the current storyline continues this tradition. If Vaughn is indeed connected to established Port Charles families, particularly the Morgan family, it would represent another example of how the past continues to influence the present in the fictional city. The potential revelation of hidden family connections would also provide new storyline opportunities, particularly regarding how established characters might react to learning about previously unknown relatives. Future developments. As Anna's investigation continues, viewers can expect further revelations about Vaughn's true identity and motivations. The storyline has been building towards significant disclosures that could reshape relationships and alliances within Port Charles. The involvement of multiple WSB agents in Port Charles suggests that larger conspiracies may be at work, with Anna's investigation potentially uncovering threats that extend beyond individual characters to the community as a whole. Next, we will learn about the issues surrounding the explosive developments hitting Port Charles during the week of July 14, 2025. Where three pivotal storylines collide in ways that will leave viewers absolutely stunned and craving more drama. The memorial service for Natalia Ramirez promises to be anything but a peaceful farewell, as underlying tensions threaten to erupt into full-blown chaos that could reshape several key relationships forever. The atmosphere will be thick with unspoken grievances and barely contained emotions as mourners gather to pay their respects to a woman whose death has sent shockwaves throughout the community. Marco Rios will undoubtedly make his presence felt at the ceremony, his grief palpable as he struggles to come to terms with losing someone so important to his world. His father, the formidable Jen Sidwell, is expected to attend in a show of solidarity with his son, though his presence alone will serve as a stark reminder of the dangerous undercurrents that flow beneath Port Charles' seemingly civilized surface. The real powder keg, however, lies in the possibility of Sonny Corinthos making an appearance at the memorial service. Should the mob boss decide to show his face among the grieving crowd, the delicate balance of emotions could spiral completely out of control, potentially turning a solemn occasion into a battlefield of accusations and long-simmering resentments. The very thought of Sonny's presence at such a vulnerable moment has several attendees on edge, knowing that his arrival could ignite conflicts that have been brewing for weeks beneath the surface of polite society. Meanwhile, across town at Carly Spencer's residence, a heart-wrenching confrontation is set to unfold that will test family bonds and force difficult truths into the harsh light of day. The Spencer household becomes ground zero for an emotional earthquake as Carly finds herself caught between her protective instincts and the harsh realities of the dangerous world that continues to encroach upon her family's safety. Her son Michael Corinthos remains steadfastly loyal to his mother, offering his unwavering support as she grapples with questions that have no easy answers and decisions that could alter the course of multiple lives. The conversation takes a devastating turn when Carly poses the question that has been haunting her thoughts: whether Sonny's actions and enemies are the direct cause of the threat now looming over Sasha Gilmore's innocent baby, Daisy Gilmore Corinthos. The weight of this possibility crushes Carly's spirit, as she realizes that the violence and vendetta that have defined Sonny's world may now be targeting the most vulnerable members of their extended family. The prospect of a helpless infant being caught in the crossfire of adult conflicts represents everything Carly has fought to protect her loved ones from throughout the years. Sonny's response to Carly's concerns reveals his unwavering determination to continue his pursuit of Sidwell and those associated with him, regardless of the potential consequences for innocent bystanders. His refusal to consider backing down from this dangerous course of action stems from his belief that showing weakness would only invite further attacks, creating an endless cycle of violence that he feels must be broken through decisive action. However, Carly's perspective focuses on the children and grandchildren who could become collateral damage in this escalating war, her maternal instincts screaming against the possibility of more bloodshed touching their family circle. When Sonny adamantly refuses to reconsider his aggressive stance, Carly faces a crossroads that could fundamentally change her relationship with the man she has loved despite all his flaws and dangerous associations. The question looms large: will her desperation to protect her family drive her to seek help from Jack Brennan, potentially opening a door to solutions that could come with their own set of complications and moral compromises? This decision could mark a turning point in Carly's character development, forcing her to choose between loyalty to Sonny and the safety of those she holds most dear. The third major storyline centers on Trina Robinson's emotional revelation to her best friend Jocelyn Jacks about the betrayal that has shattered her trust in Kai Taylor. The young woman's world has been turned upside down by the discovery that her boyfriend, someone she believes she could confide in completely, violated her trust by sharing sensitive information with Drew Kane. Trina's outrage is entirely justified, as she had opened her heart to Kai, believing their relationship was built on mutual respect and confidentiality. The revelation that he chose to betray her confidence represents not just a breach of trust, but a fundamental misunderstanding of the loyalty she expected from their romantic partnership. Kai's actions, while potentially motivated by what he perceived as moral obligation, demonstrate a troubling lack of understanding about the complex dynamics and unspoken rules that govern life in Port Charles. His decision to involve himself in matters beyond his comprehension, particularly by sharing information with Drew Kane, shows a naivety that could have far-reaching consequences for multiple parties involved. Curtis Ashford's criticism of Kai's interference rings true, as the young man inserted himself into situations he lacks the context to fully understand, potentially creating ripple effects that extend far beyond his original intentions. The timing of Kai's confession adds another layer of betrayal to an already painful situation. Rather than immediately coming clean about his actions, he allowed Trina to continue trusting him while harboring this secret, making the eventual revelation even more devastating. This delay suggests either cowardice or a fundamental misunderstanding of the damage that secrets can inflict on relationships, particularly when they involve matters of trust and loyalty that form the foundation of romantic partnerships. As Trina pours her heart out to Jocelyn, seeking comfort and guidance from her closest friend, viewers will witness the kind of authentic female friendship that has long been a cornerstone of General Hospital's storytelling. Jocelyn's response to her friend's pain will likely reflect both her own experiences with betrayal and her deep understanding of Trina's character. The advice she offers could prove crucial in determining how Trina moves forward from this devastating breach of trust, whether she chooses to forgive Kai or permanently sever their relationship. Additional developments throughout the week promise to maintain the high stakes and emotional intensity that fans have come to expect. Michael Corinthos finds himself facing a particularly difficult decision that may be connected to the impending departures of Sasha and baby Daisy from Port Charles. This choice could force him to choose between family loyalty and personal convictions, testing his character in ways that will reveal his true priorities and moral compass. Drew Kane's acquisition of powerful leverage adds another dimension to the week's events, suggesting that the information he received through Kai's betrayal may provide him with significant advantages in his ongoing schemes and manipulations. This development could have far-reaching implications for multiple storylines, as Drew's increased power position threatens to disrupt the delicate balance of relationships and alliances that currently exist in Port Charles. The week concludes with Portia Robinson finding herself in deeper trouble, suggesting that her previous actions or decisions have created complications that continue to spiral beyond her control. Meanwhile, Nina Reeves faces the inevitable consequences of her choices, indicating that her past machinations are finally catching up with her in ways that could fundamentally alter her position within the Port Charles community. Next, we will learn about the issues surrounding one of the most anticipated and mysterious returns in recent Port Charles history, as Kelly Thibault prepares to make her explosive comeback that promises to shake the very foundations of what fans thought they knew about life, death, and resurrection in the world of daytime drama. The shocking revelation that Britt Westbourne could be making her return from beyond the grave has sent shockwaves through the General Hospital fanbase, particularly given the elaborate circumstances surrounding her supposed demise and the intricate web of scientific mysteries that have been slowly unraveling throughout recent months. Kelly Thibault's imminent return to the canvas represents more than just a simple character comeback. It signals the beginning of what could be the most complex and emotionally charged storyline the show has tackled in years, with implications that will ripple through multiple character arcs and family dynamics. The timing of Thibault's on-air return, scheduled to occur before July reaches its conclusion, has been carefully orchestrated to maximize the impact of her character's reappearance during a period when Port Charles residents are already grappling with numerous other crises and revelations. This strategic placement suggests that the writers have crafted a storyline that will seamlessly integrate with existing plot threads while simultaneously introducing entirely new, dimensions of mystery and intrigue that will keep viewers guessing for weeks to come. The show's unprecedented level of secrecy surrounding Thibault's return has created an atmosphere of speculation and anticipation that rivals some of the most closely guarded plot developments in General Hospital's storied history. The deliberate ambiguity about whether Thibault will be portraying Britt Westbourne herself or an entirely different character serves multiple narrative purposes, allowing the writers to maintain maximum flexibility in their storytelling approach while simultaneously building anticipation among viewers who are eager to understand the true nature of this mysterious return. The fundamental challenge facing the writing team stems from the definitive nature of Britt's previous exit from the show, which occurred after she sustained what appeared to be a fatal injury from Heather Weber's infamous poison hook. The circumstances of her death were presented with enough medical detail and emotional weight to convince viewers that her departure was permanent, making any potential return require an explanation that is both scientifically plausible within the show's established universe and emotionally satisfying for longtime fans who have invested years in the character's development. The growing speculation about clone-related storylines has taken on new significance in light of the mysterious activities surrounding Professor Henry Hank Dalton and his secretive research laboratory operations. The professor's work, which has been shrouded in deliberate vagueness and scientific jargon, appears to involve cutting-edge biotechnology that could theoretically make human cloning not just possible but practically achievable within the General Hospital universe. This scientific backdrop provides the perfect foundation for a storyline that could explain Britt's return while simultaneously introducing entirely new ethical and emotional dilemmas for the characters to navigate. The potential amnesia twist adds layers of complexity to an already intricate storyline, creating opportunities for character development and relationship exploration that wouldn't be possible with a straightforward resurrection narrative. If the returning character is indeed Britt but suffers from memory loss, either as a result of her near-death experience or as a consequence of whatever scientific procedures may have been performed on her, the implications for her relationships with family members and former romantic partners become exponentially more complicated and emotionally charged. The possibility that Britt's memory has been deliberately wiped or accidentally damaged during experimental procedures opens up fascinating questions about identity, consciousness, and what truly makes a person who they are. If she cannot recall her past actions, both noble and questionable, does she become a fundamentally different person? Or do the essential qualities that defined her character remain intact despite the absence of specific memories? This philosophical dimension could provide rich material for character interactions and moral dilemmas that extend far beyond typical soap opera fare. Jason Morgan's previous observations about the significant changes in Britt's personality and behavior during her final weeks alive now take on new significance in light of her potential return. His comments about her transformation could be interpreted as foreshadowing for the current storyline, suggesting that whatever process brought about her personality changes may have been part of a larger experimental protocol that ultimately led to her current situation. This connection between past character development and present mystery creates a sense of narrative continuity that rewards longtime viewers while providing context for newer fans. The concept of a clean slate becomes particularly intriguing when applied to a character with Britt's complex history of both heroic actions and morally questionable decisions. If she truly cannot remember her past involvement in various schemes and conspiracies, her reactions to learning about her previous behavior could provide compelling drama and opportunities for character growth. The potential horror she might experience upon discovering her role in the stolen embryo situation involving Rocco Falconeri could serve as a catalyst for genuine redemption and character development. Alternatively, the possibility that viewers are dealing with a clone who lacks access to Britt's memories introduces an entirely different set of narrative possibilities. A clone who was intended to receive memory implants but hasn't yet undergone the procedure would essentially be a blank slate with Britt's physical appearance but none of her emotional connections or personal history. This scenario would create unique challenges for other characters who must grapple with interacting with someone who looks like their loved one but lacks any shared experiences or emotional bonds. The central role of Liesl Obrecht in determining the true identity of the returning character cannot be overstated, as her unique position as Britt's mother provides her with intimate knowledge that could prove crucial in solving the mystery. Obrecht's scientific background and her deep understanding of her daughter's personality quirks, habits, and emotional patterns make her the ideal candidate to serve as a human lie detector in this unprecedented situation. Her ability to devise tests and scenarios that would reveal the truth about the returning character's identity adds an element of detective work to the storyline that should prove engaging for viewers. The emotional stakes for Britt are particularly high, as she must balance her desperate desire to have her daughter back with her scientific skepticism and protective instincts. The possibility of being deceived by a clone or imposter would be devastating for a woman who has already endured the loss of her child once, making her determination to uncover the truth both personally motivated and scientifically rigorous. Her unique combination of maternal love and professional expertise positions her as the perfect character to navigate the complex process of verification and discovery. The broader implications of this storyline extend far beyond the immediate mystery of the returning character's identity, potentially affecting multiple families and relationships throughout Port Charles. If successful cloning technology exists within the General Hospital universe, it raises questions about other characters who have died and whether similar resurrections might be possible. The ethical implications of such technology, combined with the emotional impact on families and loved ones, could provide material for months of compelling storylines. The summer timing of these revelations ensures that the storyline will unfold during a period when viewers are particularly engaged with the show, creating opportunities for maximum impact and audience investment. The promise of stunning news suggests that the truth about Britt's return will be revealed in a manner that surprises even the most dedicated fans, potentially subverting expectations and delivering plot twists that redefine the entire narrative landscape of General Hospital. As Port Charles prepares for what could be one of the most significant character returns in recent memory, the stage is set for a storyline that combines scientific intrigue, emotional drama, and family dynamics in ways that showcase the unique storytelling capabilities of daytime television at its finest.